good. So it's devastating news, especially for Robert Saleh coming over his first year, and this defense was playing well. Obviously, Fred Warner is still there, but when you lose an edge rusher, we're seeing across the league how important these guys are towards winning, not just playing well. So it's just a super unfortunate situation for the 49ers and Bosa as they try to move forward.
I'd say one of the, I guess, unanticipated bright spots has been the 49ers defense this season with Robert Saleh coming back. And they've got depth there because Mykel Williams, who's their first-round draft pick, Bryce Huff, who they acquire from the Eagles, good players, but they're not nicked. This is a defense right now that's giving up like 16 points a game. That's third in the NFL. They're only giving up about 160 yards passing per game, which is top 5. So this was a group that was ascending. It's one of the reasons why the 49ers are 3-0 in first place. This is an enormous loss for this football team.
We'll be on this news throughout the show, as well as more news that Adam Schefter will bring us. But you guys, the end of the 1 p.m. window yesterday was wild, okay? All these games ending in crazy fashion within a few minutes of each other. So let's take you through how it all went down. We begin with the Rams and Eagles keeping track at home. We're back in Jacksonville. The Texans are driving. They need a touchdown bad. C.J. Stroud trying to make it happen and is picked off by Antonio Johnson. Jags hold on to win 70-10. Big win for them. Woo, the Texans are struggling. Okay, 4 minutes later in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just can't do like a normal ending to a game. It's got to be craziness. The Bucs up 26-20, 2 minutes to play. Chase McLaughlin looking to ice the game with 43-yard field goal, but the kick is blocked. Will McDonald takes it in for the score. As you would imagine,
he was right.
Aaron Glenn was fired up. The special teams had a big day. Get it, coach. Jets up 27-26. Ensuing Tampa Bay drive. 1:36 left. Baker Mayfield to Emeka Egbuka for 28 yards, and the Bucs are closing in on field goal range. Egbuka had another catch that actually wasn't counted as a catch, but then 2 plays later, Mayfield to Sterling Shepard for 20 more. They're driving down the field, shake and bakes, ready to go. It's 4:20 Eastern, and the drama continues. 3 seconds away. McLaughlin right down the middle this time. Tampa 29-27. 4 crazy endings, all in the span of 24 minutes. Man,
honestly,
so
Ruddy, your read right there was
Bro,
insane.
I was thinking the same.
That's like 6 minutes straight.
All right, Jalen Hurts improves to 10-16 in his NFL career, including the playoffs. In games where his team has trailed by double digits, he's so clutch. Among quarterbacks with at least 15 such games since 1950, that's the 3rd best winning percentage when down by at least 10. He trails only Patrick Mahomes and Hall of Famer Otto Graham, and now he's right in front of Tom Brady. Let's start at the end, Dan. How was Philly able to pull off the blocked kick?
Yeah, I think you go to the first field goal attempt for the Rams, and I think the 2 things you're always looking for is the blocking unit getting pushed, and are those internal people getting their hands up? This is the first field goal attempt of the game. There's Carter and Davis over that really left side. They're getting great push, and both of them are getting the hands up. They missed that kick by 6 inches or something, right? And so if I'm the Rams, I'm sitting there going, we got to handle this a little bit better. We got to be a little bit more stout. A little bit later, another field goal opportunity. Davis and Carter, hands up. Are they getting pushed? Yup. And they missed this one by 4 inches. So you saw the telltale signs of them believing that they can get it done. Both those D tackles in the push. This is the first block kick. There they are again on the left side. Watch the push, and both of them getting their hands up. Bang, right there. This time they get it. He's behind the long snapper. You get that push and get skinny. There's the first block kick, and then the final one. The Rams actually have a backup guard there. Dotson is now out. They put Carter and Davis right over him. Both of them squash the left side. It's completely demoralized. They're 2-3 yards in the backfield. There's that big left paw. So it's about the Eagles thinking they've got something. And you got to credit Mark, as you know, those 2 big guys on field goals, putting their hands up every single time and getting that push as defensive tackle stars. You saw it early. It pays off in the end.
With them and their special teams coach.
Oh, gosh, yeah. The stars were the story of the game for Philadelphia, and Jordan Davis was one of the stars. And his impact on this game goes beyond the block kick. Multiple game-changing plays. RC's going to break down.
About the big fella.
I mean, he was the story.
I got you.
Come on, have a moment.
All right, sorry.
You can't leave him hanging.
So
Jesus.
it was more than the block kick. He had multiple game-changing plays. Ryan's going to talk about the sack, the TFL. But what stood out to me, I'll make it up to you here, watching him was just the sheer athleticism. I mean, this is why Jordan Davis went in the first round. We were at the Combine watching him run, and it did not physically make sense to watch someone that size run at that speed. Yeah. And then he comes in the summer, and he says he's lost weight. He's in the best shape of your life. How often do we hear that?
Yeah,
and we write it off because it doesn't mean he looks like he's in the best shape of his life. Notably, he's averaging over 40 snaps a game this year. That's twice as many as he played last year. So not only is he making plays, his availability in this defense has been huge.
Yeah, so much focus goes on the Georgia Bulldog who was drafted the year after Jordan Davis that we've forgotten how talented this young man is, and we got to see it all on display yesterday. Respucia once asked, do you want to see a fat chick slide or do you want to see a big man ride? Here you're going to see Matthew Stafford gets out of the pocket. Watch the way Jordan Davis hawks him down as he runs to the sideline. Now, we know Matthew Stafford isn't a blazer, but look at this effort. Look at this speed as he gets to Matthew Stafford. And now, I know big dudes could float, but I didn't know they could swim. Watch this move on 4th and 1. He's going to have the swim move, get it to the backfield. It's a party along with Jalen Carter. And we've seen this play multiple times. I just want to marvel at it. Watch the push, watch him get his hands in the air, and anyone that's ever tried to scoop a football off of the ground as it's rolling around in bodies, they do not understand how difficult it is unless they've done it. He gets to the end zone, everybody celebrates but Jalen Hurts, but it was one of those days for Jordan Davis where he reminded the world, hey, remember me.
Scooping a football off the ground like that, is it like trying to pick up a coin when you
It's not actually that
fingernail
hard for guys like
with the good hands?
Yeah, he never had a play look like that.
Lordy. Actually, he kind of has.
Very few women on Earth have.
Marcus, it was a story of two halves for the Philly offense. What changed in the second half?
A.J. Brown. That's it. Like, listen, he throw it to him. Me and RC was talking about it in the car on the way to the stadium. He's always covered, but you can't stop him from catching the football, and you can't tackle him. And I think this is – I actually thought the Rams at some point was going to either shade somebody over there with him because he was obviously taking advantage of these one-on-ones in man situations. And the fact that they didn't had to brighten up Jalen Hurts' eyes and it had to brighten up Nick Sirianni's eyes. And I think he said something very important after the game. They asked A.J. Brown about it. He said, I think we get conservative at times. It's hard to make that argument when you've won so many games in a row.
Yeah, 19 out of 20.
And you are Super Bowl champions. But it comes a point where he is a $100 million wide receiver. And you have to exploit matchups every time you get a chance. And these weren't any conceptual things. They wasn't moving them or hiding them. It was, you go be the guy we paid you to be so we can win the game.
Some people are better than other people.
Sure
You guys are the best, though. We're going to be on this game all show long. There's more to come. But let's get right back to Adam as we bring him back in here. Adam, there's some news out of New York with the Giants quarterback situation. What's going on there?
Laura, Brian Daboll, the Giants head coach, left open the door today to changing quarterbacks at some point this week. Obviously, all sorts of Giant fans in New York are ready for Jaxson Dart, their former first-round draft pick in this past draft. They've tried to stay patient with Russell Wilson, but today, Brian Daboll hesitated yet again, leaving open the idea that possibly this week he could be changing quarterbacks. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans suffered a low-grade hamstring injury yesterday. When he came off the field, he threw his helmet in frustration as known hamstring injuries before. Last year, he missed 3 games. This injury is not expected to be quite as severe as last year's, but it is likely that Evans is going to miss games, possibly multiple games here. And CeeDee Lamb, the Cowboys wide receiver who went down against the Bears yesterday with a high ankle sprain, is expected to miss a minimum of 2 weeks, and our Todd Archer is saying that it could be 3 to 4 weeks. So you're looking at a 2 to 4 week range for CeeDee Lamb. He is not expected to play Sunday night against the Green Bay Packers in Dallas, with the Cowboys returning home to host Micah Parsons, but that's going to be a big loss for a Dallas offense that needs all the points and production it can with the defense in Dallas playing the way it is.
Yeah, good point, Adam. And at least they have George Pickens now. But let's remind you what this game looked like yesterday between the Cowboys and the Bears. Caleb Williams getting ready to go. Caleb Williams has shown some flashes in recent games to start the season, but has yet to really put it together consistently. Can he do it here early first? Williams finds Rome Odunze deep for the touchdown.
You could see Trayvon Diggs try to jam Rome Odunze, then slips. Credit Caleb, sees it and rips that touchdown, and then Ben Johnson, aggressive. This is the very first snap after that touchdown to Rome Odunze. They go flea flicker. I think that ball's still going at 65 plus. It's an absolute launch.
First career touchdown for Luther Bird in the third. Bears lead 14-3. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Cowboys trail 14-6. Dak Prescott did find George Pickens for the one-handed touchdown grab. The Cowboys would get the two-point conversion to tie the game at 14. 30 seconds to go in the half. Williams just keeps firing, finding Cole Kmet.
Yeah, I like his eyes. He peeked that backside safety, watch him hang, and then that beautiful touch pass to the tight end.
Here's under 14 minutes to go. The Bears leading 31-14. Prescott trying to find Pickens, didn't work. And here's Jerry Jones asked if this is a playoff team or not.
I'm going to tell you, yes. And that's because you saw number 4 out there today. And you saw what I think we're capable of doing in the running game and that type of deal. So, yes, I fully do. Now, we've got to, as we evolve toward the playoffs, we've got to get better defensively, certainly. Teams have lost their third game in the NFL, and they've gone on and participated really well in the playoffs, and more than likely have won some Super Bowls, even though they lost the third game in the NFL. And that's not trying to be cute.
Okay, Marcus, is this a playoff team?
No. No. And again, I don't know how you justify that. This league is crazy. I'm not writing Dallas off, right? But defensively, you can't go to the playoffs like that. That's just not going to. But the thing that I hearken to from this game is, as much as everybody talk about this a playoff offense and they should be very good, if you let people drive the ball for 19 plays straight, your offense never gonna have the ball. And if you're always playing from behind as an offense, you're gonna be more prone to turning it over, because you're going to have to do things that teams know you're going to do, like pushing the ball down the field. So Dallas is not a playoff team. Their talent on defense is not even playing well, which is a double problem that they have. So it's a bad situation right now. And for you to actually believe that after you play Chicago, who we've watched for the last 2 weeks, is asinine. So that's all I have to say about that.
I think the style of defense that they play is schematically dead in the NFL.
Zone.
I really, it's not zone. The zone style that they play, which is like that spot drop, just get to an area. I just think right now in the NFL it's dead. You don't see a lot of good defenses running it. And reason why is I think teams are too good in the RPO game now. I think teams are too good in the yards after the catch game right now. I think teams are too good in the numbers game. They can formation you to get numbers advantages with their different formations. And so we talked last week, the Chargers defense, that's zone-centric, but it's a completely different style. Not only is there a talent issue and their stars, I mean, what do you think about that? I just think their schematic style is dead.
I think Matt Eberflus probably believes they're too hamstrung by their talent to do anything else on the back end. We just got to play simple cover 3. They can't get pressure rushing fourth, so they had to blitz Caleb in this one. And
ironic.
To flip it to the right, shocking, to the Bears side, I mean, Caleb destroyed the blitz in this one. 7 for 8 for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. And what struck me was just his willingness to hang in there against the blitz every time. You talked about the go ball to Odunze after the double move. The flea flicker, honestly, the toss back to him hung in there as long as his throw out.
Yeah.
But he was patient, waiting for it, waiting